I don't know what happened. I used my phone. I got a call and it interrupted the entire live. So hello. I have no idea what just happened. That's never happened before. I've been able to dismiss calls. I hope you guys can hear me. Well, I'll know. I don't. No one's here yet. Hopefully, I'm gonna just pick up. So this is my witty review. I'm Mika. I attempted to go live with a scheduled live chat, but for some reason it didn't connect. Such is life. Let me get this out of the way. My stand. Anywho, but yeah, I am gonna go over Amazon Witchy haul. I hate when things get awry. It was messing up my moment. But anyway, I was finishing up the fact that I am currently doing a basically a whole I have since June did a lifestyle change where I no longer, I haven't had, let me think, it's been a minute since I haven't had any kind of beef or meat or anything like that. I was accidentally given some pork sausage from a restaurant, and that did not go over well. I got sick off of that. People, I ordered the Impossible sausage for breakfast. It was IHOP, and they gave me the real kind. And I had never ordered it before, and I never tasted it. And yeah, I got sick from the actual pork sausage. So didn't love that. And it was delivery, so I couldn't like talk to somebody and get a sip back. So it wasn't like that. But anywho, I was bringing that up because I was talking about this glow up challenge that I'm doing and how it's all been super helpful. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling better, just in general. And not that I was like sick or something like that, but I've just been feeling really good. And it's more light. And I'm bringing this up because we're going into, and I'll be talking about this next week on a live. We're going into the dark half of the year. We're going into the autumn, fall, all of that sort of stuff. We're definitely transitioning, and you're gonna see like as far as like less sunlight, all that sort of stuff. Um, and darker mornings and things like that when you wake up, so it's the energy collectively in nature, it is going to change for those who are on this hemisphere anyway. It's imperative that you do the mundane things to help you so that you can transition into that. This is something that's been done through the ancients. We're a little bit more I'll use the word spoiled in this lifetime, in this particular time frame, more so than others, because we have even more modern conveniences, and it gives this false idea that things are always available all the time. If you want a plum, you'll get a plum. It doesn't matter if it's in season, that type energy. And the problem is, we have strayed, a lot of us have strayed from the idea of living seasonal lifestyles. Now, I live in a desert, so how fall presents itself here is going to be a little bit differently. Like, it's hella hot outside, I'm sure, right now. I think all this week is like 105, 106 degrees, 101, something like that. It's still very warm. I know this is going to sound crazy. That's actually a cool down, though, compared to the other months. It can get a lot hotter. So that's actually nice. And I know it sounds crazy. It's where I live. I like it. But anyway, yeah. So it's different here, and but there is still a transition. Obviously, I mean, there's a break in the weather. The weather's cooling down. Um, I also try to observe living by the wheel of the year, even in my, I guess you would say, my mundane life. So yeah, I do the aesthetic things. I decorate for fall. I decorate for Halloween, Samhain, and so forth. I change up my attire and everything. But there's the actual practical things as well. I try to eat what's in season. This is also, I say mundane, but technically it's a part of my lifestyle as a witch, as a practicing witch. This is just how I attempt to go through life. I try to eat with it what's in season, because it's food can be medicine, food can be healing. So I try to, get on that sort of vibe, that sort of energy. But on top of that, the other things I want to do is I want to make sure I'm getting more sunlight. I want to make sure I'm getting exercise. I'm, getting the heart rate up. I'm doing those types of things. I'm taking care of myself. I'm drinking enough liquids. I'm getting enough rest. The things you should be doing every season. But I feel like if you're not careful, if you're in a place where you can experience seasonal depression, because it is such a sharp contrast in the weather, it can get really dark for you, mentally, emotionally. I experienced that. I lived in Tennessee. I moved from Naples, Florida to Tennessee some years ago, and I was not prepared. I was used to being able to go to the beach, to go to farmers market. um, I would go to the beach if, life got tough. I talked about that before. It was my altar. It was my place to go and lay my burdens, just the shore, just sitting on the shore, looking out into the ocean. I didn't have to get in the water per se, but sometimes I did, and it was cleansing. Um, but living like that, going to a place in some, little town in somewhere in Tennessee, um, it was, and then fall came, and winter, and it was not, it was just depressing. And I had never experienced that, even though I'm from the Northeast and I grew up with four seasons. It had been so long since I lived like that. I forgot. Oh my God, I was in a deep, dark depression. And then I didn't eat the same way. I didn't get fresh fruits. I wasn't doing all that. So since I know that's a thing, from back then, I have been diligent. I never want to feel like that again. It was an overwhelming sense of malaise. Like I couldn't snap out of it. I was sad, but I was apathetic. It was a lot, and I never, ever, ever want to feel like that again. So this is the perfect time to start like your challenges. If someone's doing like, oh, let's do, a lot of people do like 75 hard. That's the whole thing on the internet people are talking about, especially on TikTok. I noticed. Do that. Do those things. This is the perfect time to get into that sort of stuff right now. It'll be good for you because it's something for you to kind of focus on when these months are. With these months, being the way they are, going how it is. I think it's healthy. I think it's good. I have this light on this one side of my face. This is specifically why I had a different angle, and now I can't. I can't resolve it. Mm, maybe I can. It's bothering me looking, and then we'll get to this haul. Sorry. Oh, now it's too dark. That's better. I think that's better. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's a little less harsh over here because it was just like, that light was bothering me. Anyway, let me get to this haul. So, first thing, I got this. I didn't read the book yet. I will be reading the book, but I want to show you because it's right now just a haul. Tarot Every Which Way by Lilith Dorsey. Unlock the power of the cards for spellcraft and magic. The foreword is by Silver Ravenwolf. So, I'll tell you what the book's about. Immerse yourself in the magic of tarot as Lilith Dorsey introduces you to the many ways it can complement your witchcraft, taking you beyond card meanings. This book offers recipes, meditations, spells, crafts, spreads, and more. With hundreds of tips and activities, this extensive guide is full of inspiration for every magical practitioner. Explore important symbolism with two art samples for each card. One from the classic tarot, original 1909, and the other from the several modern one of several modern Rider-Waite-Smith style decks. Discover ways to combine tarot and magic with an extensive array of correspondences, including crystals, herbs, animals, astrology, and musical notes. Lilith also provides a step-by-step instruction for making altars, shrines, and crystal grids to help empower your deck and your life. Drawing from decades of experience as a diviner, anthropologist, and priestess, Lilith provides a myriad of ways to weave card energies into your magic. So we want to take a peek. Let's look at the little bit. So first of all, this is the inside of the book. That's Lilith Dorsey. If you were curious, she is a well-known person in the pagan community. Let's see. So we have, just to give you an idea, well, we have 32 chapters. And then there's a section for the spells and recipes. So if you want to go straight to that, the card spreads, which I look forward to reading that. I'm going to skip over the forward. There's the introduction. I'm trying to get to something. Like I said, I haven't read the book. I ordered it and I got it. I cannot wait to get into this, into, around, and deep down into tarot. So this is chapter 1. Let's see. Journeying with the Fool. I'm trying to get to where she shows the artwork of the cards. Here we go. So this is what she means by you get 2 imagery, the Rider-Waite and the original tarot, she said. Or 1909 tarot, if you see that. Okay. The Fool card is the start of the tarot deck. It is the beginning of the hero's journey into life. Wild, weird, and wonderful. We see our archetypal hero, or just maybe we see ourselves. The Fool starts us on our way. So, and she goes into a whole thing. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. Crystal correspondences, Amazonite, aventurine, clear quartz, herbal. This is to the Fool card, by the way. Herbal correspondences, ginseng, frankincense, peppermint, German chamomile, cypress, rose. Really? Okay. Yeah, of course. Other correspondences, the animal would be dog. That makes sense. Astrological, Mercury, Uranus, musical note, E. I had never thought about the musical note. Unpopular, unsolicited opinion, Lilith Orpheus Llewellyn's token Black author. Oh my gosh, she gets pushed, but they don't let other Black authors have a chance. Okay. Because why can't I think of another Black author through Llewellyn? And they bring her out. At least she got the book, right? But usually she's writing in participation, I notice, with somebody else's work. Now that you say it, that's what was drawn to. I mean, look at the cover art, by the way. Look at the cover art for this. So we have white, Black, and Asian on here too, by the way. Potentially, I can see that. I can see what you're saying. I think she has a lot of valuable information. I'm glad that that's why I wanted to get the book, because I wanted to support her. I feel like I don't see enough from her, but I know who she is. She's very popular. But you're right, Llewellyn, now that I'm thinking about it, who else Black is with Llewellyn like that? She's their token. Yeah. I'll see her on anything they sponsor, summits and stuff like that. Yeah, this is you might have a point. You might have a point on that one. Journeying with the Fool, a fool and a foot spell. So she offers a spell in here too. In many traditions, feet and shoes are blessed as part of the ritual to make sure the individual is walking in the right direction. The simple spell does the same. All you need are your shoes and some simple things to get started. So dried peppermint, dried rose petals, 3 drops of cypress oil, small bowl, and your favorite pair of shoes. So I'm just going to go over this. You gather all ingredients except the shoes together on your working altar or tarot shrine. Place the peppermint and the rose petals in the bowl, adding the cypress oil on top. Mix well. Leave the mixture outside for 24 hours to bless it with the rays of the sun and the moon. After the time is up, it's ready to use. Place a small pinch in each of your shoes. Whenever you feel you need to help with guidance and direction, repeat as often as necessary. Okay. So, a fool and a foot spell. Okay. I'm going to have to read the rest of the words. Okay. So let me tell you my interpretation of the Fool. Let me tell you how that card speaks to me. And specifically, if I was doing a reading specifically for myself. When I think of the Fool, I think of living Delulu. I think of creating my own reality. You see a steep ledge, I just see a step, a leap to be taken, that type of thing. I see, and this is all metaphysically speaking, I'm not jumping off cliffs or anything, but I see an opportunity and you see a potential hazard. Um, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to jump because you know what, even if I stumble, even if I fall, I would hate not knowing what would have happened if I had just taken a chance and just did it. So or did if I had did it, yeah, I don't want regrets. So I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Oh well, I'm sorry, and if I stumble, that's okay. Some people say, well, don't come crying to me if you're laying on your behind. Okay, I won't. I'll cry to somebody else. Okay, fine, you win. You don't have to hear from me then, but I'm still gonna take the leap. I like the energy of the fool embarking on. It's very in line with me as a person. I want to try new things. I like to start new projects. I can't wait um, to go to new places, do new things. On some level, meet new people. Some level depends on. I get funny about that too. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I like to do new things and try new things. I don't. I mean, I have my favorites, I have my routines, but I like to have a little whimsy, have a little something different in my life. I like to embark on many different fool's journeys in my life. That's to me part of taking leaps. So that spell, something about that is not sitting with me. I guess if you've been taking too many, I guess if I was doing that and I was falling a lot, maybe that spell would make sense. But I see when I pull that card, I never see that as foolish or in any way negative or like, oh, you need to slow down. I guess if I was pulling it in the reverse, and I guess it would really matter of what the other cards were around it. But outside of that, no, I don't see that card like that at all. I see that card totally different. Based on that spell. I don't know, something about that spell got me. Maybe it's just me. It's something. I don't know. It felt like that spell was like, hey, you're doing too much. The fool is an optimistic card. Right? And this spell was like, oh, for guidance. And I was like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting guidance, but part of the fool is that they're just taking a leap. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be reading over nothing. I'm looking over instructions and chit chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. I don't, I don't know. I guess I can look at it, yeah, but don't you want guidance on the journey? Well, no, that's kind of in conflict of the energy of the Fool card. So that spell, I don't know. Now let's look at something else. Maybe we're gonna look at something else. Let me think. What other card do I have strong feelings about? And I want to look at it. Um let's go with the Hermit. Let's see what she's saying about the Hermit. So here's the cover art, the two different cards. Okay, the word hermit has its origin in Greek, and it originally meant solitary or dwelling in the desert. Ooh. This solitude is never to be confused with loneliness. I agree. 9 is the number assigned to the hermit. This is a card of introspection and solitude. If we view the tarot as a sacred journey, as many do, this is the part of the path that requires the seeker to take comfort in solitude. This is a powerful, purposeful time of being alone. It goes on. Okay, so crystal correspondences for the hermit: amethyst, apatite, calcite, peridot, watermelon, tourmaline. Herbal correspondences: sage, German chamomile, so multi uses for that one. The animal is a lamb. Astrological Virgo, Earth, and then the musical note F. Okay, so magical culinary recipes. There's a magical One Love oil. Okay, um, healthy hermit bars. That's cute. All right, so let's see. Journeying through the hermit meditation bath spell. Oh, that's it. It's a bath spell. Great insight on the hermit, right? So this is the meditation bath spell. I just want to see what she's saying. Many days the world is too much for us, and we need to still our mind in order to have adequate rest and clarity to continue moving forward. This bath will help you do just that. It can be taken before or after meditating, or you can even meditate in a bath if you want to. So she's saying you need some sea salt, Epsom salt, a large jar, 3 drops of rose oil, some sandalwood oil, myrrh oil, and lavender oil, right? Gather ingredients together. Uh, Place the sea salt, Epsom salt in a jar, mix well, add the oils, close the jar, shake it. Next, take the jar, bury it in the dirt. If you don't have a yard or somewhere you can do this, consider getting a flower pot and some soil and burying it there. Leave the jar in the ground for 24 hours, then dig it up. It's now ready to use. Ooh, let's get into that. Wait, why can't I'm feeling that one? I'm feeling that one. Burying the jar in dirt. I like that. I mean, yeah, you can put it in the ground itself, but to me, it's grounding energy, right? You're grounding the energy. Um, because hermit, yeah. Oh, I like that. Earthy vibes. That resonates with me. And meditating, this is a very, like the entire spell, the meditative act is all very solitary type stuff you would be doing. But I think I like that. Burying that jar, then digging it up 24 hours later, and then using the contents. Obviously, you want to be careful, wipe it off unless you want some soil, in the bath with you. But I think that's a great idea. I like that one. All right, Lilith, we good on that one. Um, Let me show y'all some of the spreads real quick. So it's she starts with like the yes no spread with the 3 cards: past, present, future, Celtic cross spread, will of the year spread. So it's the ones we're familiar with, right? And then ancestral message spread, rainbow spread. Seen a rainbow spread before. What is happening spread, spiritual path spread, ring around the fairies spread. And I've done the ring around the fairies one. And the priestess, high priestess spread. Oh, okay. Create your own spread. Tarot altars and shrines, crafting your tarot altar. So she gives you instructions on how to set up a tarot altar if you're curious. Chaos Witch Tarot Shrine, beginning with shrine. Ooh, Cottage Witch Tarot Shrine. I'm gonna read this. Let's get into it. I'm gonna read this. This type of witch centers their practice around the home. They might certainly want to set up a tarot shrine in their magical home. This shrine will gain extra benefits from its surroundings, and I would consider it almost a divine extension of your home itself. Well, that makes sense. Right up your alley. Hello, November Eve. Yes, right up my alley. Coven Focus Witch Tarot Shrine. Coven Focus Witches do it together. That's a joke, or possibly even a bumper sticker. Seriously. However, if you are in a coven and you are setting up a tarot shrine, consider involving your coven mates. Ask them what they keep on their tarot shrines. Plan a ritual with them to help bless and charge your shrine once it's set up. Even though I haven't been part of a coven in years, I still have many treasured pieces on my tarot shrine that have been gifted to me or made by my magical friends. Cosmic Witch Tarot Shrine, Art Witch Tarot Shrine. Okay, so Elemental Witch Tarot Shrine. I'm loving that she's acknowledging that, right? That's cool. And then there's like elements. Oh, wait. I thought she was just breaking down elements. Elemental Witch Tarot Shrine, fire, water. Like she's breaking it down, air. Like, which kind are you? Earth. Eclectic Witch Tarot Shrine is in here. I'm realizing that Llewellyn books aren't colorful enough. They're mostly black and white with no colored artwork. No. Probably for cost purposes to cut down on costs, right? That's what I'm thinking. Eclectic Witch. Let's see. Fairy Witch Tarot Shrine. Green Witch Tarot Shrine. Healing Witch Tarot Shrine. It's very interesting because Green Witch is the small paragraph here at the bottom, and this whole page over here is for Healing Witch Tarot Shrine. Okay. Hedge Witch, Hereditary Witch, Solitary Witch, Kitchen Witch Tarot Shrine, Traditional Witch Tarot Shrine. I'm kind of looking forward to reading even more about some of these, but we're going to go with Traditional Witch. Let's see what she says. For this type of shrine, the traditional witch will be guided by their own practices. Talk to your elders and in turn ask them about their elders. Find out what they thought necessary to place on their shrine. Let the tradition guide you. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, in solitary witches, spaces like this tarot shrine will be invaluable for the solitary witch. It's one of the main locations to store their power and also draw strength from. Depending on their practice, they may wish to borrow from any of the other shrine creation ideas found here. Even if you live with friends or family, make sure you situate your shrine in a place where it will be undisturbed. If that's not possible, consider making a small shrine out of a cigar box or similar so that you can close it away from prying eyes when necessary. Their tarot deck books are full color. I find the box is too large and impractical for deck storage. Oh my gosh, yeah. I know what you mean about those. I have some on my bookshelf, and I was like, the cards. I know, right? Now that you say it, they're like these huge boxes, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Because I got the cards out. Do people take their tarot cards out and put them in bags and keep them that way? I like to keep them in the boxes that they came in so I can find them. Because if I put them all in bags, I won't know what I'll be searching for the right cards. That's why I keep them in original boxes. Because I saw somebody do that. I like the idea of tarot bags, but I like it for the existing cards that I'm using. Like, oh, these are the cards I'm using this week or these days. Otherwise, what am I doing? Like, if I put them all in the bags, how am I going to find them? I don't know. I do with theirs. I guess you don't have a choice, right? So, strengthen your witchcraft through cards. I think it's still worth a read just from the little. I'm interested. I'm going to go with now. The other book that I have, I'm looking around for it. What was it? Tarot Grimoire. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I'm still working through that one. So this is in the to be completely read. I'm not like jumping right into this one, but I wanted to get it. I keep some cards in makeup bags. Tarot bags are ugly. He said they're ugly to me. Some can be. That's one way. Okay. The other thing is I turn my fan on and I want to get up and turn it off, except I don't feel I want to get up. And I don't know if you're here, the foot person, but there's someone here who's into feet and I'm barefoot and I don't want to give it away for free. So I'm just gonna sit here with the fan on because I don't want to give it away for free. And I'm just gonna wait to turn the fan off. I turned it on by accident, I didn't mean to. Hey, I crochet tarot bags. Maybe yours are nice, just not the traditional store bought ones. The foot person, I don't know. Even if they're not here now, they might watch later. You're not getting it for free. Not on my watch. So I'm not going to get up and share because if I walk right there, I got to walk right there. You're going to see my feet, and I refuse to give it up for free. So anyway, I guess I'll just sit here and keep drinking my warm coffee and keep it pushing. Because you're not getting those looks. That's a private consultation. Moving on in my haul. Let's get into this Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas by Andrea. What's her name? For Tick. We're going to get into these cards. Now, I opened them up because I was nosy and I couldn't wait. So look at the packaging. Okay, kind of cool, right? I'm gonna open it up. The book. I got a thing about, speaking of colors, full colors, all colors. I like it. I like I love the paper because it's like laminate, shiny, but not too shiny. You know what I mean? Good, good. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Here's the author, in case you were curious, because that matters. I've gotten duped in the past thinking I'm picking up something. I was like, oh, this is good. Oh, I love this. And then I'm like, and this is some Caucasian man talking about Mother Africa or something like that. I've been duped on many occasions. You're not going to catch me again. But this time, yeah, it's she. Yeah. So this is her, Andrea, a gorgeous woman. Let me see here if we can tell you a little bit about her. Affectionately called the art.goddess.drea, Andrea has used her work since 2016 to bridge the gap between today's culture and traditional divination practices. Her creative work constantly strives to realign and expand viewpoints through the transformation of traditional esoteric structures and imagery into more accessible, positive, thought provoking divination systems that are designed to motivate and inspire today's modern spiritualists to journey toward their best self. And there's a little bit more, but yeah. You said what? Oh, they call it wait, they call into random call centers too. Why is there even a foot person lurking in the live? Let me tell you, before you think I'm just being crazy, it was a couple weeks ago, and if they're here, hello, I'm not mad, but they offered to give me a free pedicure, which I thought was a strange thing, and I was like, are you a local Arizona Phoenix business? Like, are you in the Phoenix metro area or something? And they're like, oh no. And I said, you know what? In the description, I have email. You can always contact me, ask questions. And right, Insky, okay, they did. And the email that I got, the email it came from, told me all I needed to know. The actual name of the email let me know what they were about. And if you're here and you watch this, I'm not angry, but not for free. Not for free. It's no, you don't get that for free. That's no. And I got cute feet too, so no, not for free though. Let's move on. Speaking of the Fool, so let's get into these cards. Y'all need to see these cards. I love the cards. So this is the Fool. How do they feel? I'm not gonna tell. Oh, they're so thick. I mean, it's not as flimsy as some cards are, so I can get with it. This is the back. It's got the foil on it. It's good. Know your worth. Exactly. Know my worth. You're not getting these foot. You're not getting these pictures of feet or live representations of my feet for free. The Magician. Check her out. I'm digging the Magician. Let me get close so you can really see what's going on in here. This is the Magician. I like it. The High Priestess is what you would expect. Like, I'm giving this is High Priestess energy. The Empress. Like, if you saw this card, you would know this is the Empress, right? She's pregnant, like full, you can see like that nurturing mother energy. This is the Emperor. The Hierophant. I'm just going to go through the major arcana a little bit for you. The Chariot. Strength. Ooh, the Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Is it a gorgeous? No, I don't think so. Justice. The hangman. Oh, look at the hangman. I love that. Death. I think this death card is everything. I love this death card. It's just a different interpretation because you think, oh, the black, the hood and all that sort of stuff, but this is a different look. Temperance. I'm in love with these cards. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm loving the artwork. The devil. Okay, let's get into this. Let's really look at the devil. Look at that. So she's got the horns, and you got the two people up there, and you got the pathway. Get into it. The red eye. The devil card is like interesting. You can kind of really get into this one. The tower. Very typical, right? The star is giving like the star in most decks. The moon, what Moses is getting. Move the tides, the moon. Look at this. You can see the little details in here. So, okay. The sun. Gorge. I don't read tarot, so I would decorate my walls with this beautiful deck. I know, right? Like this right here, I would have this on my wall. I like this picture. Then we have judgment. Ooh, judgment is given. Look at that. Judgment. The world. Okay. So like some decks, they add a couple extra cards. So they did. They did add some extra cards. So you have something called the Supreme. And I'll get to this meaning. Beautiful card though. And then we have Nova, the universe. It is a very beautiful deck. All right, so let's go to the book and let me tell you about those two additional cards. So we'll find the Supreme in here. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, here you go. So these are the Nova, Universe, and Supreme are right here. So this one, I'll talk about this one. This is that one. It says here, the Supreme, all is connected, all is you. And at all times, you have the power to connect fully and be your all powerful self, the Supreme. From stardust, our immortal souls arise and merge into form. And by destiny, an occurrence just as rare as the sight of an eclipse shall ascend a true force, the Supreme. There's a lot more to it here. This is a time to accept yourself as the all powerful goddess that you are. Your every moment in time, both individually as a collective, history and future, by ways of your womb, hand, mind, your desires shall manifest. Reign as both creator and the creation, for you are protected. So there's a lot more to it. So supreme is what you think, right? Supreme. And then the universe, let me get back over there. That's this card. At the precise moment in which action, emotion, thought, and materialization harmonize, the agility of this masterful creation began. Oh, girl. I'm trying to get I like that. I'm trying to get like a definitive meaning. Nova, the universe represents a divine time of action and reward. Adversity has been no match for you. And universal spirit is so pleased with the efforts you've put out that it has come to your divine aid. Stay focused and stay strong. And it just goes on. There's a reverse meanings in here as well for this card. So those are pretty much it. Huh? Oh, hi. Oh, I'm treating Monique Hearn. Hello. Sugar Shack TV. Okay. And these are the Ace of Swords. I'm going to just switch to These are like Five of Wands, just a quick flip through. Two of Cups. And then Daughter of Cups. Right. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Correct. I don't like those kind of decks, by the way. I need art. I need something. I need a vibe. I need energy. So these are the cards, and this is what it looks like. It has the gold. Look at this trim on it. Pretty purple gold. I'm loving these cards, by the way. These are this is it may become one of my new favorite decks. So links in it. Well, it would be in this description. I started a live on a different video and it got messed up. So sorry. Yeah. So on my other one, you can go there. Are you're driving my engagement up. I don't know what's happening right now, but as long as you keep it cute, we good. Thank you. Um, the next deck I got, it's an oracle deck. I'm slow to this. I hadn't gotten this Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle by Abiola Abrams. I have her books. I got her other cards. I didn't know. I just got this. Let's get into it. Look, I'm waiting to open it. There we go. So this is the cover. Cool. We're going to get into it. Okay. Boo Boo the Fool. Now, a dear friend of mine, I saw these cards, and I was like, I got to get these cards. Possibilities and potential. It's very much the Fool, like the Fool in tarot. That's what's making me think of. Manifestation, the Conjure Woman. I love this. Another deck with really good artwork. The High Priestess, intuition, knowingness. Now, is this loosely based on tarot? Because it's kind of giving that energy, right? The Matriarch, nurture, the harvest. One second, y'all. Okay. We're good. I don't know what that was taking over this other person in the comments. Anyway, the Patriarch, unapologetic. I haven't looked at all of the cards. You saw me pop it open, so I'm kind of excited. So the Shaman, trust the path. Very African centered. The Twins, conscious connections. The Monarch, victorious, Egyptian focused as well. I see. Ooh, the Chiefess, strength tested. The Loner, isolation, introspection. I am going to have a good time with these cards. The Goddess Circle, Wheel of Change. It feels loosely based on some tarot cards, right? The Judge, like the Judgment card. But I like it. I like the interpretation. You can do whatever you want. Poetic Justice. The Martyr, sacrifice and self-reflection. So I'm going to take in one more. Jumbi, total disruption. But I want to take a look at the book while I'm here. The book is not colored. There's no color in the book. It's black and white. It's not the end of the world, but you know, I prefer when it has that. But okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. I expected a full color book. I don't know why. I want to know what this card means. Junbi, total disruption. Because it's like a lot going on in here. I was just curious to know, how does she word these meanings in here? Tears will be shed. Are you ready to accept change? Because ready or not, here it comes. You are living the Zen proverb, let go or be dragged. What are you struggling to hold on to? Uh, tarot correspondence is death. Oh, so she is giving it tarot court. All right, so I was right. Declaration. I am completely open to the sacred magic of change, ancestral memory. All right, so there's different ways of looking at these cards. Then there's like shadow aspect, as she calls it, shadow aspect or reversal. Stop living in the past, hanging on to what once was. You are the season, your life is stale, let go. Yeah, like the guidebook to be in color with more keywords for interpretation. Yeah, I mean, you're getting, just paragraphs of information. It's not like the end of the world. I mean, I'm okay with reading it, but it's like, I mean, you got to be of a certain mind where some oracle cards just hit. You don't really need the book. I mean, the book could give you additional insight, but it just makes sense. Um, Other oracle cards, which I think is a disservice because I feel like with oracle cards, I should be able to either get something off the imagery or, the keyword or something or what the card is. I mean, that's kind of the point. If it's too abstract as an oracle card, like what are you doing? How am I going to use this? I'd have to memorize the book to be able to effectively read with those. Some things I do like to just have for the artwork. Like I may never read for myself or let alone anybody else, and that's okay. This is the unknown enigma. So like I might have to interpret, like, what do you mean when you say unknown enigma? Like, if I was asking a question and I was like, what is the answer? Will you ever get the answers? And I pull that up, maybe I would take it to me like, there is no tarot correspondence. I was like, is it the moon? No. So maybe I just won't know. Still trying to control everything. The answers you seek are unknowable. So I would just go with that. I guess I won't know. I won't know the answers. But yeah, these are the cards. I'll be honest with you. I look forward to working with these cards, the Afro Goddess Tarot cards, and specifically those because I have it. I don't want to say I don't have because I probably do somewhere, but Oracle, yes. Tarot, not really. I don't have a lot of um, all just all black faces, all brown faces tarot cards. I'm trying to think right now in my collection if I have any like that. This will be, I think, my first one. I could be wrong, but I have inclusive ones where they're including people of all races. But rare do you have a tarot deck, Oracle, yes, tarot deck, where you're seeing all black and brown faces. So this is, I think, my very first one that I own. I'm trying to go through my mind right now and picture something of a deck that I have. And I don't think that's so crazy. It's not crazy that like I use they're right here because I use them all the time. I use these all the time. Everyday Witch Tarot. These are my go-to cards. I use these cards without any issue. And if you notice, who do you see? You don't see me, right? You don't see anybody that looks like me. And I mean, it's just been this way, but these cards resonate with me. The Black Tarot. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, yes, that's the one I have. However, the imagery on there is not as this one's a little more like what, not human, what's the word am I looking for, more expressive. When I thought I was going to learn tarot, I bought the African American tarot deck. It's all black and had black history figures highlighted. That one I just use in spells though. I have Hoodoo Tarot. You're right. I have Hoodoo Tarot. Okay, well, now I didn't put my foot in it. Let me get into it. Let me tell you why I don't reference that. Black Tarot is one of them. You're right. It's actually called Black Tarot. And I do like those. I love those when I do ancestral work and I want to communicate with like ancestors, stuff like that. I love using those cards for that. But I also use another deck as well that has all, is not inclusive even a little bit. It's all white faces in it. And that works for me too. But Hoodoo Tarot, I was happy to support. I have purchased the cards, the workbook, and everything. I'm going to support. However, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I don't like the references to Bible scriptures. That's not my part of my practice. I've evolved from that for a very long time ago, and I'm just not interested in. I just don't have the patience for that at this stage of my spirituality. To I can write my own scripture. I can write my own spells. I can write powerful words that I can channel from the goddess herself. So, or I mean, I guess I could work with a god as well. I don't need that. I'm better than that. And I'm not saying that the people who do hoodoo or I'm better than them, but I'm better than that. I'm speaking about that resource. I am the architect of my own Bible, and I have my own Bible going on. I don't need scripture from there. I create my own, and my words are powerful because they are divine. So any reference to that outside of just for historical purposes, when I'm understanding about who these people were, I can look at it like that. Oh, they're referencing this person. They really existed, and they turned them into a bit of an archetype, and they're referencing him in his tarot. And I can get with that. I love reading about that, but no, the strength in your own words is very valid. Exactly. I can write my own verse. I don't need to go to something that men with deep dark secrets and horrible ways about them got in a room and picked at and created and translated. And yeah, I don't need to follow their words, because those are not the words of a god. Those are the words of these men, um, with nasty stuff going on with them and wanting to control people. I love the Hoodoo Tarot, but I use it like an oracle deck instead. Being from the South, it resonates with me. I just ignore the Bible stuff. I like the deck. I love the work that went into it. And I respect it and I like it. But where that intersection is, it just turns me off so bad. And I did try to use them. I thought I would dedicate them to working with my ancestors, but maybe it just didn't hit with me. And I felt like the meanings, because when I buy your tarot deck, I look at your book and I want to see like what I look at the whole body of work, your art, all of it, the words. I want to see, how did you mean this? Is this the same interpretation I would, is this something different? I'm actually genuinely curious. Um, so I don't know, at least in my readings that I was doing, I felt like it was always this negative underlying negative spin on it. I love the artwork. I love the historical portion of it. I love the entire idea of it. Like I said, I even supported and I bought the workbook. It's just not for me. I don't like this. I can't. I spent too much time getting away from it. And now I can't. I just can't. But anywho, yeah, so this is I told you it was a mini haul. So I just got these things. They're all like tarot oracle card focused, but some cool things. And if you picked up, technically, I've gotten something, black, all from Black women, I believe. Is wait, who? Yeah, Abiola Abrams, she's black. So right, yeah, it's like support a Black woman week because I just realized that's what I did. But it made sense at the time when I was purchasing it. But those are my cards. Um, that and my the haul, the little mini haul that I have. So that's pretty much it. So next week, as I mentioned in the last video that I posted, I will be live every Wednesday, and I think I said 12:30. So 12:30. I meant to say 12 o'clock. I don't know why I said 12:30, but you know what? I felt like it's meant to be. So 12:30. It'll be on Wednesdays for the month of October. I'll be live, and I'll be talking about a specific topic. On Fridays, I'll continue to come on live here and do our Witchy review, book reviews. And if you notice in that video, if you were curious what kind of books is she going to go over, like what is she going to be reading, go to that video and look in the description. I have the links and everything. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so when you actually click on that, it's a little bit, but it helps. So go ahead and use my links, please, if you don't mind, including in, well, I would say again this video, but in the previous video that's for today. YouTube messed me up today. But yeah, click on those links. It helps me. She also has an Afro goddess limerence. I did see that deck on Amazon if anyone's interested. I did see that too. I did, but I like this one. I'm gonna go with this one. I saw that. I was like, okay, I'm just excited to own it. Like, okay, is the word, I was trying to think because when you said the Black Tarot, I own that one. Is it more, it's not, is it more contemporary? I don't know. What is the word I'm looking for to describe these that compared to the Black Tarot? I can't think of the right word. Why is this different? Because it's not technically contemporary. I don't know. It's the artwork just hits different. I don't know what to say. What do you call this style? Isn't this contemporary? I'm not like an art major person where I know this. This is contemporary art, right? Does anyone know? Like, check out the Ten of Swords. So I'm going to cleanse this deck. I'm going to do one of my spreads where you're getting to know your tarot spreads. I have one. So I'm going to use that and I'm going to get into it. I'm going to use these. Now, in the meantime, a deck that I have used, and I actually been pulling a card for myself daily, is the Seasons of the Witch Mabon deck. So I'm using this for myself. And my card for today, if you're curious, I pulled this with a foraging. I don't know, modern graphic hand drawn. I know, like, what do we call? I'm just saying contemporary art, but I'm probably wrong. I don't know. I wish I knew. Modern graphic? Is it more graphic? Maybe the word graphic, even if I'm not saying it right, this deck feels like it's more graphic than the Black Tarot deck that I have, which I love, but I like this one because it's more graphic. I'm going to use that word. I hope I'm right. But foraging is my card of the day. There is no better feeling than having gone after what you desire. Now, I had just pulled out my planner. I have kind of routine I've been doing lately. And I come in, I do, a series of stuff, and then I sit down at this desk and I pull up my planners and I do my goals planner. Right now I'm down to, don't worry about how many planners I have. Anyway, I pull them up, the goals planner. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. And I'm ready to, I write out the same 10 goals I'm working on this month. And I write out, what am I going to do to achieve each one of these goals? And I put it down. I said, I want to do a tarot, I just pull a card. And I pulled this card first. And I like that there's no better feeling than having gone after what you desire. And I thought it just made sense. So I have a little tarot card holder and it's right here in front of me. And that's the vibe, the energy I'm on. The Black Tarot is abstract. Yes, art and you said kind of boring. You know what? Contemporary art is globally influenced, culturally diverse. So I think that would work. All right. So contemporary. I'm trying to think whenever I'm going into a museum and like the things they point and said that was contemporary art. Why you say it was boring? I mean, a little bit. It's not boring. Abstract art, yes. That's what it is. This is not abstract art. And I feel like from the imagery, I can pick up energy. Like when you're reading cards, maybe not you, but for me, sometimes it helps with the imagery. What am I looking? Well, not yeah. What am I looking at? What am I seeing? I might have caught something that I never really thought before. But if you're in the flow of the reading, it makes sense. So like if we're having a conversation and we're talking about, prime example, my daughter, she went from like nights to days. If she came to me and she wanted to like guidance with this decision that she was doing, I would, and I got one of these cards and I noticed all the cards I'm pulling have like a daylight theme. Like that would click to me. Like I'm noticing, wait a minute. So I feel like, yeah, that is the right path for you. The meaning of the cards as well, but like that imagery, it would click to me as well. I know I could have a link through spirit, but it'll show me that one of the things that I have discovered about myself, as far as like developing my own psychic abilities, is that, um, and within my covenant, we talk about this, is that I don't like get the whole words or something like people on TV, they'll say, oh, well, they said to tell you this. I get like images. It'll just be a quick image, like something just pops in my head. I'm not thinking about it, but I'll just get a pop in of some sort of image or something. And I'm like, oh, and then I got to figure out what that means. And it's like, why is there an alligator? What's with the alligator? Like something like that. Oh God, I need a whole scene to play out on the card. Okay, neurodivergent witches have a hard time with the abstract concepts. I understand. I definitely can understand. I have trouble with that. I have a deck of cards that I love the way they look. They are a pip deck. There's no imagery, it's just like some abstract stuff on there, but they're gorgeous, and they were given to me as a gift, and I would love to be able to do more with them, but I just don't get anything from the cards other than they're pretty. But I love them that they're pretty, and I will keep them on display. Those are the type of cards I want to use, like on for like in a spell. So I have an idea, my interpretation of the Empress and how it works within my spell. So for that one, because it's so pretty to look at and gorgeous, I'll just put that like in front and use that in spell work or something like that. Um, or like in ritual, I'll use it for that. Other than that, I don't know. I feel like I'm being quizzed trying to use those cards. I don't like it. But just to recap, we have Tarot Every Which Way by Lilith Dorsey, who someone mentioned was a possible black token at Llewellyn. I'm going to investigate that. I'm going to Llewellyn's website and I'm looking at those authors to see. But now that you're saying it, oh man, now I'm thinking about it. Who else? What black author do you guys know, like associated with Llewellyn publications that I'm missing? Am I missing somebody? Is she the only one that they tout out? It's true. She's been on the roster for years. She has, but no one else. Dang. Well, I missed some. Hmm. Who publishes Lorraine? Oh, Rockpool. Yeah, Rockpool. Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz. Love those two. I was like, aren't they Llewellyn? No, they're not. I'm going to be Lorraine Anderson's next book comes out, I think, October 1st. I think. Can't wait to read it. They like old white women. I can't. What about Stephanie Rosebird? Yes. Is she Llewellyn though? Is she? Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Stephanie Rosebird. Where I don't have it near me. I have one of her books on my shelf, but I would have to get up and I'm not giving away feet looks for free. So no. Stephanie. I love that woman, by the way. No, I don't think so. She is with another publisher, Wiser. Thank you. I didn't have to look. Thank you, because I'm struggling over here. Wiser and Hay House. Yeah, I didn't think so. Who I love. Oh man, this is something to take away. Yo, Llewellyn, do better. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I hope somewhere along the line somebody is lurking, somebody who knows somebody, and they talking about how y'all don't have no other black authors. It's chickens finally coming home to roost. People are noticing and they're talking about it. It is odd. Not that I'm not mad at this lady. Look, she got in where she could fit in, Was she, Poor thing. Again, that book, we have the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas and Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. Um, I'm also a bit of a collector, so I'll show you guys cards. Like I told you, I may never use the cards professionally. I like to maybe just look at them, especially if I'm showing somebody, or I just want to look at the artwork, or I want to be inspired or something. But I just like to collect cards. We all have our things, right? Some people it's dolls. Some people collect, sports memorabilia. There are like movie buffs. They'll have like posters, signed things, autographed things. It's Oracle and tarot cards with me. Actually, there's a lot of stuff that I collect, but definitely tarot and Oracle. Same, but not of cards. But I'm not a huge fan of tarot. I prefer Oracle cards. Okay. And I haven't found my real deck yet. Gnomes. Don't, it's a slippery slope with gnomes. I can be there with you because I already have a little collection outside. There are some black and brown authors listed on Llewellyn site. I'm scrolling through, but not a whole lot. But do they promote them as much as Lilith Dorsey? Because when they do summits and these, or is that the authors? Like who? This is something to think about. I don't know. I don't know. But this is definitely something to think about. Have we noticed that? All right, maybe y'all have it, but have you noticed as of now, maybe because we're coming up on the witchy time, but there have been a lot of like virtual summits, witchy conferences, witchy panels, and stuff like that all kind of happening like back to back around the same time. Like the Witch of Lupine, I know she has one. They're talking about shadow work, and that was free. Love that for her. I love that one. I use Herbiary and the Wild Tarot deck, but I like it. Oh, I like that one. I have that one. For just styling non-tarot style. Yeah, it is non-tarot. You're right. They're actually one this weekend. Right. There's a lot of them. And then I was on Instagram. I don't know what it's called, but there's something where you got to pay. There was another one that you have to pay for. And they have, I thought, I could be wrong. Was it Rachel True? It was somebody on there that I recognized. I don't remember. I faintly remember. Um, but yeah, there's a lot going on right now, right? It's a lot of that energy. Yep. Mini summits, retreats right now. I'm happy to see it. I'm glad to see it because there's an audience for it. I like that when I go into stores now, they're like your Five Below, there is a continuous section with incense and crystals, and they're just adding more and more astrology stuff. I've seen witches sleepovers too. Ooh, I love that. Oh, I love that. I like that. That's why I wanted to make a point to go this month coming for October. I kind of want to bring like a certain energy in my little corner of YouTube here on the internet, and I kind of want to just let's keep this energy going of witches and witchcraft and really feeling magical and really kind of getting into the season. So I realize everybody can't do, all the things. You might, the way your life is, this might be all you can do that day. But I'm gonna bring some witchiness to you. I want to bring a little whimsy, a little bit of magic, um, or a lot of magic to you. And as the build up for Samhain, so we can get in the mood. We're gonna let's do it. It is a magical time. Yes, the Bronx Witch here and IG doing Bronx vacation retreats, and the Glamour Witch here in IG for a witch sleepover. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I love the Bronx Witch. I like her. The Glamour Witch. I probably know who that is, but I don't know because there's more than one person I think that refers to themselves that way. Ooh, I cannot go. Okay. I think that releases October 8th, if I'm right. Glam Astrology. I can't wait to read this book. I'm so excited. We moved a few weeks ago and I finally unpacked on my altar as we downsize space. I don't have a lot to work with, but I love having my ancestor altar out and my regular altar. Oh, The Glamour Witch LA. Ah, Alexis. Yeah, I forgot there's two. Like, I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't have. I typically like them all. Glamour witches, stuff like that. I don't know. I dig all that sort of stuff. Yes, I can't wait to get it. Glamour. Okay, there you go. It is October 8th. That is on the October reads. I'm getting hot off the presses books for October to go over. I can't wait to look into that book. I want to see what they're talking about, how we put, like glamour magic or whatever, whatever they're called. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. With astrology. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I cannot wait to read that book. And then Lorraine Anderson's book, um, Moon Apothecary. I'm somebody who does a lot of magic rituals around the moon cycles. My moon readings that I offer on my website, it's around the moon cycles. So I'm very in tune with the moon's energy. Um, I think I naturally do that, and I realized I was like interesting that I would do that. But I have a Cancer moon. My moon, my moon is in Cancer. Yeah. So the home. So I'm very attuned to that energy. So it's like I'm a lot of fire, but I can get very in tune with the flows of the moon energy and all that sort. I'm very drawn to that, and I feel it heavily. Um, Either way, it could be like I could be bouncing off the walls, or I might be kind of a little bit more solemn. Other times, I'm just like very neutral. I feel all that energy every moon cycle. I try to channel it in ritual. All right. So I appreciate you all for coming and hanging out with me and going over this. And I'm so sorry about the mix up earlier. I started one live, it got interrupted, and I just popped in here. I can't wait to go over these decks. My cousins and I were talking about when we were, what is it? Both, okay. We were both time and afternoon to overnight babies or the night owls. Oh, okay. I am most awake at night, and moon work is my fave. I am transitioning with the season. I start born. Thank you, because I was like, "What are you trying to tell me?" Born, born. Thanks, born. Um, I have been having late nights pretty much all summer, and now I realize I'm in this space of going to sleep earlier, and I'm waking up earlier. It's just the natural rhythms. I'm just letting it happen. We'll see where this takes us. I don't know. It might change by the winter, but for now, it's working out for me. I'm feeling pretty balanced. I don't feel like I have less sleep, and I'm just drifting into sleep so easily. Staying asleep has been an issue for me, but I'm drifting very easily. Like, I'm having no issues falling asleep, and I'm loving that for me right now. The waking up at the 3 a.m. time, and some people say, well, that can be the witching hour. And I remember someone told me a while ago, oh, that's a good time, you should get up, maybe you should be creative. I don't feel like getting up. Okay, let's talk about this. Just because I wake up don't mean I want to get up. I don't feel like getting up and have the wherewithal to navigate the spaces I'm in. Really, if you really are waking up at 3 a.m., your sole thing you want is to fall back to sleep. You don't want to be awake. You want to go back to sleep. And it's frustrating. Same, I'm trying not to be a super night owl. Okay. But it's hard when it's just yourself and your husband, plus he works late. I was in a house with somebody who worked late, worked overnights, and when they weren't working, they were up late. So I would hang. And now that that's switched, and the season, I feel it seasonally as well. My body is just naturally shifting anyway. My mom's been retired for almost 25 years, and she still gets up early because she feel like she's been lazy if she does it. I'm like, miss me, don't call me. My mother is actually the same way, and I will kid you not. This morning, my mother called me at an obscene early time, and I she called me and my sister on a group call, and the first thing my sister said was, "It's kind of early out there where you are, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." My mom was like, "Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. She's retired. She doesn't care. She's gonna call me." She had a story to tell, so she was gonna tell her story. We just had to be aware. She doesn't know it, but I'm on this schedule now where I'm waking up early. So I was awake for the story and I had just gotten up and she had called. I was like, ma'am, why are you calling me so early? And she's like, oh, is it? She didn't care. She just wanted to tell me the story. And I listened and it was a good story. I mean, I was here for it. It was it was one of those stories that if you call early, I'll allow it. Go ahead, finish your story. I want to hear it. Well, we had a house, even our goats and chickens knew not to start making noise until it was about 11 a.m. I love that. um, yeah, don't wake me up. I wouldn't say I was a morning person. I've gotten better as I've gotten older. I'm not like, I also don't have a coffee dependency anymore. Like I'm drinking decaf coffee because I just really wanted the taste. And the creamer that I have really is the creamer. Um, but I don't I'm on a natural cycle right now. Really just like out here raw dog in the mornings, nothing extra, just herbal teas, like a real witch. All I need is a cat. I know I don't I'm allergic to cats. But if I did, it would fit the aesthetic. The Moon Apothecary book is hardcover. Yes, it is. I need it. I prefer hardcover books, especially for my spiritual reference books. I can't wait to go through that book either. Like I'm super excited about those two books. Not that I'm the other ones, but the Craft Your Own Magic. I'm definitely going to get into that one. I haven't quite read it yet. I just thumbed through it. When they leave for work and school, I go back to bed as you should. Yeah, like they disturb your sleep to begin with, getting up and having to get ready. Then it's time to go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Unfortunately, I can't go back to sleep once I'm up though. Um, no. Gamer equals night owl. I want to be a gamer girl so bad. You have no idea. I see, and I do. I want it for the aesthetics. You know, all the things the guys complain that women are like. Yeah, I'm that girl. I want the lights. I want the whole thing. I want the gigantic screens. I want the game system for the TV. I want the handheld. I want all the things. That's an expensive habit for somebody who doesn't actually play any games. Also, I get motion sickness if I play for too long. Like those, what do you call it? The first shooter or whatever those types of games or something like that. All that motion and moving around, I get sick to my stomach. I get motion sickness from video games. And the thing about it is not even just because I'm older. I have been like this for a very long time. The women in my family, my daughter's like this. We get motion sick. First person shooters, is that what it's? Yeah. We get sick if we look at that screen for too long. I would be a gamer if its heart was still available. Does Candy Crush count as gaming? Like I said, we moved and we had the lights and we have our setups and our statues and collections, and they're still not up. Oh yeah, you gotta put that stuff up. That makes it home. I want to be into that. And then I see the girlies with the cute, like with the Switch, yeah, Nintendo Switch. And my daughter gave me one. Dang, I don't even know where it is. That's bad. She gave me one. She didn't buy me one. She gave me her. She got upgraded. She had given me one, and I set up a Microsoft account, and I never did anything else with it. And also, no, actually, I didn't even really set it up. Also, it's cheap lighting when you use those LEDs. I like the lighting. I love when I see someone have an entire room set up and it's just so cool. And they'll have like fans and all this stuff going on and the cool chair. Like, come on, look at my chair. Like clearly I want to be part of it so bad. I can't wait for the Tale of the Shire soft hobbit like Sim. Oh, maybe I need to get into Sims, right? If I do that, my daughter will just look at me like, you now? After all this time, now you want to do it? um, all right. So for the gamers out there, for somebody who I'm not going to do a first person shooter, I want to play those games. I want to be like one of those people where it's like, don't talk to me. You know, the new release came out and like I'm in the room and nobody talks to me and I got like my drinks, the snacks, the lights is going. I want to be one of those people. They need a modern witchcraft role. Is there a witchcraft role? Not no silly little kid one. You know what I mean? Like some Roblox looking crap. Like, is there something like that? Like a charmed game? Why is no one creating this for us? If you watch this video and you're not here on live and you know of this, please tell me. I'll buy the equipment and whatever. Well, I have the Switch, so I have that. So just tell me, yeah. But I would prefer on the computer. I have to buy another computer. I'm on a Mac. I have a laptop, but I don't think it's for like PC games. And then, oh man, all right. So now I gotta buy a computer, don't I? Diablo, you can be a witch doctor. I want to be a lady. Can I be a lady? Like, is a witch doctor? Is it like? I guess you can be whatever sex you want, but like, and a wizard. All right, but what is everybody else? I mean, I could have been like in like World of Warcraft. There was like the mage and all that sort of stuff. Like, I've already lived that life. You could check out Witchy life story. All right, let me write that down. Witchy life story. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Wait, who? Where do I play that on? Witchy life story. Is that like Switch or a PC game? They do have Witchcraft, Sims type game. Dang, if you could remember, let me know. I'll buy myself a PS5 if they make a charm game. It is Nintendo Switch. Cool. You want to be Prue. You know what? I like the idea of being Prue, but I also in when I dabbled in any sort of gaming thing, I like to sometimes be somebody I would not normally be. So I would be like Piper. Steam is one place to go for the thing game. You're right. Steam is a place to go. Now, I understand because I was halfway into a conversation with my son and my daughter. They were having a conversation. I was like in a peripheral and I was kind of in, kind of out. And they were talking about with Steam, can you buy like did she call it a box or something? So if you don't have like a PC, there's like a box or something, but you still need the graphics. I gotta look into this. We can play together. I'm Prue and you're Piper. It it's charmed a game. It's like, why has no one made that into a game? I feel like that's Charm, the Craft, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like, I feel like these are missed opportunities for games because I would be all in. Yes, I would definitely play if they can make it on that level. Um, Now there is a game, but those are, dang, I can't remember the name of the game. It's like really big in China right now, and it's what do you call them? Gotcha games, and it's like the one of the guys, Silas. Oh, if my daughter was here, she would be screaming it out to me. Supernatural would be awesome. Alienware is one for the computer. Those are expensive, right? I always remember Alienware from Big Bang Theory when Sheldon, like, they have their laptop. So it was an Alienware laptop. Love and Deep Space. Jiminy Crickets, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Love and Deep Space. Well, I'm about to get into that. Well, I'm about to have this whole life going on with my animated AI type dude. I mean, hubby and I dropped combined 10K on both our custom systems because we're serious about gaming. Well, if I do that, then I kind of need to be. There are people in my life who would be happy to support this, by the way. So I wouldn't be like going it alone. My son alone would be like, first of all, he doesn't think I'm a gamer. He's like, because I've never seen, I mean, you start, but you never really get into it. Because I get sick. I'm also very into gotcha games. Okay, girl centric romance games. Yes, Insky. Okay. Not really. You don't need anything serious if you're not going to be doing it every day because we play every day. You know what? And the world is getting, Love and Deep Space is taking over. Okay, my daughter hit me to it. Fun fact, she went to a new office that she was starting at. And when she got there, the one of the directors had it on their desk, their phone, and she saw something and she was like, do you play Love and Deep? Is that Love and Deep Space? And it was like, yeah, do you know? And they're like, yeah. Oh, they've been bonding on that since then. Um, I want to play every day. I think it's good. I think it's good for the brain. This used to be something I would talk about back in the homeschooling days, especially when my son was a teenager. So it's not like little kids. He was like 14. And at that point, so the other people I'm around also had teenage kids too. I was living in Naples, Florida, and I remember the mom, she was an unschooler, and she was a big proponent for video games and things like that, like your popular video games, not like educational things, as a way of, like, in her homeschooling program. I'll be talking to the TV like you can hear me. um, I know. But yeah, I love the idea of that within reason. It can be worked into that, but I also think it's good in general. I raised nerds. I yeah. At the time, my then husband, actually, their biological father was a nerd. I liked nerds, so, and I'm a nerdy girl myself, so I just go nerdy for witchcraft. Hence why I have this channel and the things that I talk about, and obsessing over tarot, oracle cards, and books and all that sort of stuff, because I'm a nerd at heart. I'm always going to be a nerdy girl. Um, I mean, I use my computer both in educational and fun manner, and I want a computer that can handle both. Yeah, also, I'm not about building custom systems. So, well, that's good to know. I Yeah, my son would definitely help me. I can get help some places too. I don't necessarily want that help, but I could, with getting a system. But I don't. Okay, this is where I struggle. This was a conversation that me and my daughter both have about this. I know I would love playing a PC game. Like, at heart, I'm more comfortable playing a PC game than probably even something with a Switch, and definitely something on the TV. However, it means I need to go buy a computer. I just want to know, like, what's the gateway? If I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a new gaming system, I mean, I have my iMac, which I will treasure and love forever. I got the 27-inch. It's great, but you can't really do a lot of the PC games that make sense over here. Like the popular things like that, like Harry Potter, that came out. I was kind of interested in playing that game. But then I got shamed from my daughter because of J.K. Rowling. But anyway, moving on. So I can have a whole computer over here on this desk, like you're right here with me. We're talking now. We're all friends. So on this desk, I can have a PC and like full monitor, big monitor. Like, I'll go all out. I will do the LED lights. I don't know. And like, my son's cool. He has what he has, but he's not like into the computer, like building systems like that. But like, I need to know the gateway computer. I don't want to buy something and then it's not compatible like a year from now to anything. You know what I mean? So build my own system. Can I do that for less than like 1,000 or under? I don't want to go over $1,000, including monitor. Is that too cheap? Is that crazy? Does that not make sense? Or is it $1,000 to build a custom system for like entry level? As for oracle cards, I have my eye on the African Goddess Rising deck, picking up something from the Best Buy for right away. This conversation has really changed into something else. I'm like, now we started talking about oracle cards, witchy stuff, fall, the seasons, to can someone tell me the gateway computer? A mid laptop will run a lot of games. This is how my mind thinks. My daughter keeps sending me like TikToks and stuff like that on like ADHD. And at this point, I got the hint. I can take a hint. I can take a hint. Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Happy Friday. I cannot wait well, I can wait because I want to live in a moment, but I look forward to starting October. I look forward to all the fun stuff, the vibes, the energy. Eventually, I'm going to go outside and decorate the outside of my house. The inside of my house is solely decorated. I'm going to go outside and decorate. Somebody in my neighborhood, well, there's going to be one already has a gigantic skeleton that's taller than a house. Another one has a jack skeleton. It is going to be bananas around here because we got like newer people moved in recently. I noticed, and they're Halloween. I like Halloween people. So yeah, I kind of want a gigantic skeleton now in front of my house. I can, it can happen, but I kind of want one. I can definitely chat about games and PCs over Discord. Please do. And hopefully that can point you in the right direction. Yeah, because you could put links there and that'd be really awesome. Like, that'd be really great. Thank you. Happy Friday. Same here. I might sneak a few things in while hubby's at work. Do that. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the join button to join Leap Taken membership. Head over to my website, leaptaken.com. Check out the services that I offer there. I, by the way, do readings. And then also, I have a second YouTube channel, Magical Lifestyle of a Cottage Witch, where I show my cottage witchery. So you can check out there, and that's more vlog style. So I have some fresh new videos coming over there next week as well. All right, bye everybody.